down 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, it's Elliott. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Snap.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Set. 50, plant. It's our time. It's our time, guys. Go.
On first down, Dobbins, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On second down, here's Greer. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
I got you. Shoot. Get it.
On 3rd and long, here is Greer. And he's got his target. That's Moore. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Look at me. Go. Slam. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Shift. Ready.
On second down now, Dobbins. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch the curl. Smooth. Mike 5-4.
From the 38, Greer. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd and short. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
X3, 218, chopper. SOS.
Greer to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got Lockett. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Check, rock it. Be triple.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Greer. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them. They took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Here's Greer now on 2nd down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The run by Elliott, a good one on first down as he's able to pick up about 6 there. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Marr able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On second down, Dobbins looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Throwing on third down, Greer. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
Hey, Charlie.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. After the turnover, here's Greer. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Greer. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 16th touchdown of the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete here.
The second down pass. Thrown away and incomplete. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A good pickup there at 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Greer sets to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check, 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 check. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Check, check, check.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Echo. Hey, lock it.
Check 24, check 24.
Five.
Now it's Greer. And now he'll hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Watch the edge. Check, nickel, nickel.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Greer. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Martin, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had a big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky.
You're out.
Check it back, check it back.
Get it.
Here's Greer. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep running.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there the defense won the battle. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
13's crossing. Check 13. Single.
2nd and 10. That's Elliott, complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The kick by Maher is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Well, they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Come on, D! Right there.
Greer on third down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that third down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Greer to the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
15,
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options.
Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 37. Check 37.
ready?
Following the penalty, here's Gordon.
Go, run.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Come on, set. And 2 stop.
Switch up.
At the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
On 2nd down and 4, Greer. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still...
Fair.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Fight.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. It's complete to Lockett. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
50 seconds to Mike. Hey, let's get this.
Greer operating from the gun. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Me and you all day. All day.
61, matchbox lights. They go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Team 6. Get it.
A shotgun snap for Greer. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Greer now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Go. Smooth.
Watch it, watch the screen.
Ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Greer. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Watch the run. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Greer. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Look at me. Go. Pilot, 64, weak.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a one-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's back to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Let's go now. 8, read.
Here we go, let's bring it.
Yep.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 9:50.
Back to throw. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Austin Hooper. Brings up 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but Probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Seahawks, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's just their 3rd loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.